I'll just start off. As I said, my name is Bhaskar. So, I have close to 6 years of experience in payroll. Right now, planning to learn SuccessFactors to improve my certification so that it will add weightage to my CV. And also, since I have some knowledge on payroll, it would be an added advantage if I have a certification.
Right, that is certainly Bhaskar. I would keep that into my mind. And you said it's like you're the payroll person, right?
Yeah, payroll person.
Okay, all right. And can I have the introduction from other two people?
Yeah. Hi, Shish, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who's this?
Yeah, this is Shastri.
Yeah, Shastri. Shastri, what's your first name? Hello? Shastri, are you able to hear me? Hello? Shastri was there on conversation and he was
Sure,
trying to tell something about his background. Then I'll
sure,
come to you.
absolutely. Sure.
Yeah. Shastri, please go ahead.
Yeah, that is what. So I'm hearing a lot of about SF. So clients are migrating from SF to, SAP to SF platform. So I'm planning to go with this SF training. So that process currently going on in our organization. So maybe this will help me out for my career progression.
Right, absolutely. All right. That's absolutely fine, Shastri. And what's your complete name, Shastri?
It's Surya Narayana Shastri.
Surya Narayan Shastri. All right, absolutely fine. Now, Shilpa, can we have an introduction from you? I mean, just about your, how many years of experience and, just about your, that, and then probably if you come from any of the ERP background.
Yeah, hi Ashish. At present, I'm working as a HR generalist at one of the architectural firms in Chicago. And basically, my role is to manage QuickBooks, recruitment, maintaining policies, and revamping the whole procedures of the human resource department. I do have some experience in PeopleSoft, but just the functional part. Mm. So basically, I was maintaining a database in the PeopleSoft. But yeah, I've heard so much about SAP HR success factors. That's why I want to have a demo. I want to see how it works and um, see how it goes.
Right, absolutely. Now, before I start with the demo, let me tell you something about myself. I am Ashish and I have a total 15 years of experience, out of which 10 years of experience that goes into SAP HCM. And roughly from last 4.5 years, I'm working into SuccessFactor. So this is all about my complete experience. And prior to this, I was, I spent into close to 5 years into Singapore before coming back to country. And so this is all about my experience. And let me just start with my demo. And followed by which the PPT, I'll also show you another architecture that would be your instance. And so let me just go ahead and start with the PPT. Now, your success factor, it's a SaaS-based technology, which is a software as a service. And so whenever you hear about the SaaS, that's a software as a service, it simply means it's a cloud-based solution. Now, what is a cloud-based solution? A cloud-based solution means like all those people who are coming from the background of SAP HCM, that is a on-premise solution. And those on-premise solution, which is there, so that is also an ERP, and even we have your success factor, that is also an ERP, as well as there are various other ERP which are, also there in the market, like you have a Dell Bhumi, Informatica, all these are the cloud-based solution that we have it. However, among all of them, it's like the success factor is the most popular ERP which is available, and also it is a part of an SAP SuccessFactor now, because SuccessFactor was acquired by SAP. That was in 2010, and the whole merger and acquisition had got finished. That was in 2013 December. So going ahead with the SuccessFactor, as I said, that it is all your the whole detailed part of it, and it's a cloud-based solution. And since it's a cloud-based solution, it has been designed specifically the whole detail, all those detail that you can do for the ERP. And since every ERP, there is implementation methodology. Just like you have it for your SAP HCM, you have a SAP methodology. So here also we have a BizX methodology. It also contains the 5 phases of implementation, and in one of the slides, and I'll show you that what all those 5 phases actually contains and how we go ahead and implement the SuccessFactor. Now, apart from this, SuccessFactor, SAP acquired SuccessFactor. That was in December 2011, and the whole merger and acquisition, it got completed. That was in December 2013. After that, SAP has aggressively marketing SuccessFactor across the globe. And so they are present, at present they have close to 5,000 customer base, and they're also present into 168 countries, and they're supporting 35 languages. So 35 languages and 160 countries, which means that suppose if you are a part of a one implementation project, where this project is actually happening in the US, and another it is happening in Germany, and another it is happening into India. So in this case, if you want, you can select those US language, and if for Germany, if you want, you can select those German language, and for India, if you want, you can select even the Hindi language also. So all these, there are total 35 languages, what SuccessFactors supports it. So it depends upon how you want to go ahead with the, your language part of it. So you can often go ahead and select that. Now this is the one slide where actually you can see all the difference between, what is the difference between SAP HCM and your, the SuccessFactor part of it. And since I told you that this is your, the SAP HCM, it's a cloud-based solution. They have been into the market for close to 40 years. And this has been into detail, those SuccessFactor, which has been there into for 10 years. And it's a SaaS-based technology. And whereas it's like, they have been supporting close to, now they have a 5,000 customer base. Along with that, they are present to 168 countries and those 35 languages. Now there are certain advantages which is there with your SaaS-based technology. Like for example, your SAP HCM, anybody who has seen and, or maybe they have seen that, when they decide to go ahead with the on-premise solution, which is your SAP HCM, they have to buy those server detail, and sometimes many times it's like then these server it comes into crores of rupees. And apart from these server detail they have to spend, they also have to spend money on maintaining that server. They also have to they also have to go ahead and do all your the maintenance and the software which is required. So this goes into crores of rupees that an organization which they have to spend on. So here with the SuccessFactor is like they don't spend so much of money, because since hardware and software it is not required by the company. They just give you the URL, that's, and with your credential, which is login ID and password. So you just get this detail. That's a URL, and with your user ID and password, it's like you can go ahead and start using the system. So here there is no question about maintaining the system. So here it's like the company saves lots of money. Another, the cost saving factor it is with the SuccessFactor, it is that with SuccessFactor, it is like, for example, if anybody has seen, it's like when you go ahead with the SAP HCM implementation, and if you are going with the payroll part of it. So the payroll part there, it is like, it comes to you in you have to buy that into one stack, and one stack consists of 500 licenses. So which means, let's suppose if you have a close to 690 people in the organization, so you have to almost buy 202 stack of licenses. So which means one stack consists of 500, it means two stack which consists of 1,000 people. So here if you see, it's like the employee are there only 650 or maybe 690 employee, or but then you are paying for another 1,000 licenses that you have to buy. So roughly close to it's like 300 licenses, you are paying extra money on it. But since SuccessFactor, it's a subscription based model, you are only paying for the licenses that you're going to take it. So here this is another cost saving. So it means like if in your organization, if there are only 690 people in the company, you'll be only paying for the 690 licenses. Then also, here you do not have to do any of your regular release or bugs, or any enhancement or update. So see, normal with your premises, like with every budget, when it changes, there's a whole enhancement or the new release, and it comes into the market, and then that's where it's like the functional team have to identify, and then they have to do all these things. But with the success factor, everything is being done by the company itself. So here we do not have to bother about their updates or enhancement or any kind of a release. And another thing, as you just need an internet connection to log in your success factor from anywhere, including the mobile also. You just need a net connection, you can log in to success factor from your mobile as well.
That's nice.
Right, yeah. So this is your all your success factor module, which is there, that includes your talent management. So you can see it's like in your talent management, you have the performance and goal, you have a recruitment, which includes the social and execution. Then you have a compensation, learning, succession and development, and workforce planning. So the first box that you're seeing, it's like, and that's a part of a talent management. And then another box, you have it here, which is includes a jam session. That's, it's just like your social and collaboration site, you have it. That's where it's like, let's suppose if you want to ask certain question, or if you want to share certain answer with people, or maybe certain PPT or video, you can go ahead and share it in your jam session. This is just like using your which you can create and send it to your reporting person. And then the last and the module which is there, that's an employee central. Employee central, it happens to be the core module of your HCM, because here the term itself, which suggests employee, I mean all your data and everything has to do with the employee. So that is where the employee central, it's a complete module. Now with this, what I would be covering on, I would be covering on goal management, performance management, introduction to mastery, then compensation management, succession and development, analytics, and employee central. So these 6 modules, which I would be covering on with my session. And now this is a BizX, those methodology which I mentioned, that those implementation methodology which is there. So let's see, what all thing which is there into your BizX methodology. Here also it is the same phase. I mean, they have the sales, prepare, realize, verify, and launch. These phases are roughly the same. I mean, that what we use for a SAP methodology for SAP HCM. It's just that the terms are different. So here we have the sales, prepare, realize, verify, and the launch. In sales, what we do, we, the sales team, they go ahead and, convince the client and tell them like what all they would be seeing and what all they would be seeing that into your success factor. Your prepare is basically, you're preparing your workbook, and here it's like, you're preparing all your workbook and your configuration workbook and everything, and you're doing your meeting and all. Then it is your realize. Realize is your, you are doing the all configuration part of it, and your configuration, that happens to be, you as per your workbook, which has been signed by both the client. Then the another phase, which is the your verify. This is where you're doing a complete testing and everything. And once you're testing and everything, it has been fine, and you go ahead and make the system, you launch the system, you make the system go live. So all these phases, which are there into your ASAP methodology, sorry, into your BizX methodology. Now, these are the few slides which I've taken and shown that what exactly SuccessFactor screen looks like. So here you can see it's like these are the performance management that screen that we have it here. And here you can see all your performance and goal management, which is here. You can see the employee, you can see their picture, you can see their login detail, how much is a rating scale, what they have got there, what is their manager they have rated, what is a gap analysis, which is here. Unlike with the other module, it's like like for example, if you have seen the performance appraisal, the way it happens in SAP HCM, I mean that's at all not very user friendly, and it is not at all the GUI does not support properly. So but here it is like you can see everything on your screen, and it is very user friendly to use that. Then the next slide, which I have it, that's for the compensation management. And compensation management, you can see on the left hand side, I have all my employee, and in this employee, you can see what is their current package. And normally, let's suppose, if your employee they starts leaving for competition, so what happens, see, it is very difficult to get a good IT resource, and an organization spend a lot of money, when they actually have to hire a new employee. So after getting all these done, it's like when your employee starts leaving for competition. So in this case, what they do, you figure it out why they are leaving, and if you figure it out if they're leaving it for the salary, then you decide like how much the package what they are getting it, and then how much your other companies they are offering to them. So then you decide, you collect all these data, and then you come into an adjustment that this is what the package what the other companies are offering, and this is what the package your company is offering. So in this case, if you decide to increase their package, you can decide to increase the package with a promotion and with a certain height to that, or maybe it's like with a certain adjustment, maybe with a certain lump sum or with the merit, and then you can decide like how much it's like their final package would actually look like. When all these things it is done, I mean, you can prepare your report. You can see in the center, I have a 3 report. You can prepare all these reports and you can send it to your reporting person, and so that's how. And once your reporting person approves, and then you can start implementing their final salary, what has been decided on. The next, the slide which I have it here, that is for the succession and development. So here the succession and development, it's all about your organization chart and the reporting person. So here you can see it's like, this is a person with the name, you can see the complete picture, you can see their designation, what this person is actually doing it. So all these details you can see here, and then you can see all those reporting people, including with their pictures and everything. Now, the last person that the box, if you are seeing it here, you can see it's like the which has a dotted line here, and this person is reporting to 2 different person here. So this is what actually the dotted line structure it means. And then again, if you want to further see into detail, you can click on any of the persons like, and you can see further information. Now here you can see, there are a few people into those, the picture which I have taken, they have a red sign to that. So if you click on this, red sign, you will see it's like, what task and activity which is pending for these people. And as a manager, you can always inform to your team member that they have to finish this task, so that, their appraisal and everything, it happens properly and it does not affect in anything. So once, so this is how you basically do your, the complete thing. And the another slides which I have it here, that is for the recruitment. And with the recruitment, it is a normal thing. It's just like your, you have it, your, you get your job description, and, based on your job description, you post your resume. Once you post your resume, then you start getting a resume, you filter out your resume, you give a telephone call to those people, then you call for the first level interview, second level interview, final selection, offer generation, all those details like which you can do it from the system. And then on the next slide, you have the jam session, and the jam session which I told you, it's a social and collaboration site. So here you can see it's like there are certain people who are asking question, and and there are certain people, it's like they're sharing their PPT here. And so all those things, it's like which you can go ahead and do that, and if you want, you can share your video also, so that other people, they can benefit out of it. But yes, do remember, jam session, it's a paid site. So in order to use this jam session, your company has to pay for this.
This looks like a Facebook page.
Right. This is just like a Facebook page. And once I'm done with my PPT, once I log in into the system, you will meet, it is SuccessFactors, it is, just like your Facebook.
That sounds good.
Right. So moving ahead with the further slides to this, this is your, your workforce analytics. Here you can see it's like, all your reports and everything, all your reports, whichever way you feel comfortable, be it the line chart, pie chart, or, whatever chart it is here, you can often go ahead and prepare all your analytics and everything. Now, these are the another slides. You can see here, that this report I have prepared it with the using key matrix. And with this key matrix and everything, here you can see all your detailed part of it. And then you also have your line chart, pie chart, and you can prepare your chart and you can send it to your reporting person. The next slide, which is here, that is your employee center. And since the term itself is saying it's like an employee, so here you have to do all your employee related information, be it their address, be it their telephone number, be it their mailing address, marital status, their bank detail, their everything is like, all the organization that needs, you have to maintain that into your employee center. So here we can see, that with this, it's like you can see the employee complete picture, including their name. You can see what company she's working for, their phone number, mail ID, the location that she's working for, and you can also maintain all those further detail, as far as you require for the employee. Now, one of the another important thing, why I have selected this slide here. See what happens when in an organization, when an employee performs, they get certain rewards or award, and over a period of time, what happens, people, they tends to forget, what award or reward this person they have actually got it. But with the success factor, what you can do, you can maintain those badges part of it. So I can see it's like, this Rita Singh who's here, she has earned 6 badges, and if I click on this any of the badges, I can see it's like, she has got this badge for the leadership award. So I can see select, Rita Singh is actually good for in her leadership skill. So like this, you can boost, those employee, and you can also inform those people in terms of, how they are performing, and how those, they are, they actually have to go ahead into the organization. Now, further detail, this is your slides,
Uh,
which has the,
Ashish, Ashish, one question.
yeah.
If you go back, so who posts all the details about the leader? The employee uh, herself or the HR person update the records in the employee center?
Well, it all depends. I mean, if you have a certain access to be given to the employee, then employee can maintain those recall. But if you have a certain access, which you do not want to give to the employee, then you cannot give those details to the employee. Like, for example, if you have a certain access to be given to the employee, then you can like, for example, record, should be maintained by the employee, because employee keep on changing their address. So I mean, that records something which, you want to keep it to HR department, they want to keep it to only themselves, or maybe the, the success factor consultant, they just want to keep this information to themselves. So in this case, you will not give an access to employee in that case. So all
Hmm,
depends upon, how the access that you want to give, to the employee, and, or which access that you want to keep it to yourself.
I see. Okay.
All right. So in this case, let's suppose if you have earned the batches, so obviously it's a big thing. Maybe that if you want this detail, it's like, HR to maintain that. So they will maintain those batches. Otherwise, if you'll give an access to employee, I am sure it's like, all employee, they will maintain as many badges they will see in
Yeah.
this.
Actually, that's what I was talking about. Okay.
Right. So it all depends upon, how they actually want to go ahead and maintain that into the system. So this was all about your employee center. And now going ahead further, you can see all these slides. It's like, which is their on-premise solution, and the on cloud solution, they have it here. So all these on-premise solution, they have actually been taken over by the success factor, and you can see how the difference which has come into your on-premise and the success factor solution. Now in success factor, there is a two architecture. One is known as the provisioning, and another is known as the instance. So after this slide, my PPT, what I'll do, I will log in into this instance architecture, and I'll show you how the system actually it looks like. Now, this is your integration with your success factor. I mean, you can integrate success factor with any of your another ERP, whether it's you have the Atmosphere, or you have your Dell Boomi Informatica, any of the cloud you have it, or maybe it's like, if you have it, the SAP HCM, and your organization also decides to go ahead with the success factor. So in both the cases, it's like, you can, integrate these two modules also. Then, that was the end of my PPT. Let me just log into my instance, architecture, and show you how the instance architecture actually it looks like. This is what my instance architecture it is, and this is, I mean, you get a complete your log URL, and then it's like, with the username and password you can log in. So let me just quickly log in into my system and show you how the system actually it looks like. Now, if I quickly log in into the system, I can see all these detail. It's going to come and log into my home page, and where I can see all those further detail to it. Now here in this one, it's like, and you can see me, that's me, and then I can see it's like, all those detail which is here into that, about all my all these boxes that you can see, it's like that it's informing me that there are certain tasks which is there. Like for example, this is a task, is like, there is somebody who requires my signature as my manager. So if I click on further detail, I can see it's like, Krishna is the person, is like who requires my signature in one of the document. So if I click here further, I can see all my detail, which is there for this one. There is another here to-do list pending for, because I am the manager, so I obviously have certain people who are reporting to me. Who are these people? This is my team. This is my team. It's like, all these people are reporting to me. And here you can see it's like, if I have to see here, which employee, so I can see it's like, this person appraisal is pending. So I can go ahead, and do those appraisal part of it, all those detail which I can see here. Now another box, that tiles which I can see here, there's a certain short link which has been created for me. And if I come and click on this, I can go ahead and further, do all those link and everything. Now this is my another, box. This is your favorite box and everything which is here. And your favorite box and everything here, and this one is like, I can go ahead and do, maintain all these alert. Now this is my career graph here. You can see it's like my career which has been defined. This is my information in terms of, it's like, how much my profile and it's been completed or not. Now these are the various reports which I have generated, and how many employees as per the department wise in my organization they are actually working. Now these are the further reports which I have it here. Now you can see it's like, my company has, which are country wise, how many employees are there into my company. So all these details, it's like, which you can prepare, and you can go ahead and start, you prepare your reports and everything and send it to your bosses and everything. Now if I come here further and I can click my homepage, you can see all these modules, it's like, which my company has taken the license out. Like for example, goal management, performance management, I can see those admin center. Now if I click on this admin center, it will take me to a completely different page altogether, where I can see company processes and cycle and manage employee. As a success factor consultant, this is the area that you're going to spend 90% of your time, because this has all the module. And if you happen to see all these modules, like for example, goal management, performance management, and all these modules, and this is where it's like, you are going to, let's suppose if you are going to do the implementation for goal management, you can come here and click on any of these goal management and start doing your implementation part of it. So this is how like for example, if I click on goal management, I can see it's like, I have this access. If I click on this performance management, I can see I have all these access for the performance management. Now there are further module also. Like for example, if I click on learning, I do not have this access to learning. If I click on onboarding, I do not have the access to onboarding here, which means my company needs to take a license for this from SuccessFactor. So all these detail, it's like whether the module has been activated or not, I can see here the further up. And the module which is not in my company has not taken the license, you will see it is grayed out. Like for example, this onboarding, you can see it's like this is grayed out, and learning which is grayed out, and rest of the thing which has been activated and my company is using it. So we have taken the license as part of it. Now another here you can see the manage employee. Here you can set the user account, their password, the welcome message, their employee detail. You can hire the new employee. So all these details like you can see from the manage employee. Like for example, let's suppose if I want to see I want to hire a new employee, I will come here and click on this hiring new employee. So the moment I will hire this new employee, that's a page which is going to open, and I can see all these detail in terms of hiring those new employee. The moment I'll start filling this information, that will completely take me, I will start hiring those employee. I can hire those, fill those information in terms of the personal information, job information, and compensation information. Now if I come back to my admin center, now let's suppose if I'm new to SuccessFactor and I do not know, where actually, what is the link, which is a path where I have to hire the employee. So what SuccessFactor does it, they have also given you this tool search. So if I come to my tool search and if I click on any of my, detail which is there for, add new employee, the moment I start typing in the information, you can see, that information has already come in here. And if I click on this, again this will take me to the same page for adding, hiring those new employee here. So this is how you actually, you can go ahead and do that. Now let's suppose I do not remember the path also, and I do not remember the term, which I have to use that into my tool search. So what I can do, I can, you can see this, with the, this, where using this add new employee, you can see there's a small star sign, which is coming. So if I click on this star sign, this has been added to my favorite here now. So, let's suppose I am quite often working into add new employees. So I can come here. Now, since this has been added to my favorite, I can even click from here and start using those, add new employee. So as simple, as it is here. Now, if I come to my home page also, and since I have added this to my favorite, I can see this detail from my home page as well. So you can see it's like, add new employee detail from my home page also. So this is the, quick information that, what the success factor, it provides it to you. Now, apart from this, if I come to my admin center, in this admin center, you can see, those certain news and updates, which your success factor, they want you to read that, your certain latest review product, or maybe something that the other information that they want you to see that. Now, this is your resource and material, and certain document or something. It's like, which is important. Let's suppose if I click on this role-based permission, you will see it's like, there's a PDF file which is going to get open. And in this PDF, I can see all those detail which is there in terms, which I have to use it for the role-based permission. So these are the PDF document, and I can see all these detail. It's like, which is there. I can use it for in terms of giving access to, certain people. I can see it's like, that this permission has to be given to this people, and this permission access has to be given to all these people. And if I further scroll down, I can see it's like, using my role permission in terms of my security detail and all these detail. So here you can see how you can create a permission group and everything, all those detail which is mentioned in those PDF document. So now let's, if you remember in one of my success factor slides, I told you, that, all those your updates and everything, it is being maintained by the success factor team itself. So in this case, if I have to see my version and everything, I can come here and click and see all my version here. So I can see my version in terms of your, what is released. So here it is mentioned in B17. 05, 17 means 2017. 05 means that this has last been updated in month of May only. Oh, that's quite an update, quite a fast update what they have done it. So May 05 means, that's a May month, and then you have your server. This is your server detail, and then this is your, the company ID. Then this is your, UI version that you're using. That's a Revolution version that you have it here, and all these detail, your updates, success factor updates and everything that you can see it here. Now let's suppose if I want to see my, goal management. So I can come here and see all my goal management here. And if I select my goal plan as an information, so all these goal, that you can see, these are my goal, which I have it here. The category which I have it here, this is my goal, recruitment category, customer satisfaction category, and my innovation and learning category. So all these detail is like, you can see those further detail in my goal. It's like, what is in there. I have to generate 4 offer every month. I have to make it ensure it's like, 3 joining happens into every month. So I can see it's like, what is the status, this is behind, and what this is track. So like this, it's like, you can see what is, how much you have completed and how much you have not completed. This one is 90% completed, this is 30% completed. And you can also see the weightage, which is there. This is 10% weightage and this is 5% weightage. And this is like, you can see here, they have not even started with this. So this is all your rating and everything, it is going to affect your appraisal cycle. So you can see it's like, see most of the companies, where people, they say it's like, they don't know it's like, what they have to do on day-to-day basis. But here it's like, you can see all these detail, on day-to-day basis, what an employee they have to do that here. So in this case, it's like, what can happen, your manager can also, during the appraisal cycle, they can often see here and, come into and see what is your goal management, and they can decide, that how much rating they want to give it to you. Now further moving ahead, if I come to my performance appraisal, and there is a one template which I have created. So let me just show you all those detail, which is going to be there for my performance. So this is my team, and this is a rating, which I'm giving it for my team member. And this is, those certain goal and everything, what they have it here, which is there on track. And on track, you can see those certain distribution. It's like, what is the total weightage, which they have it here. So all those details, like this is behind, all these details. So you can see here, it's just like, it is so, the graphics are so, user friendly and everything that, unlike with the another ERP, it's like, where you cannot see all these detail. But with the SuccessFactors, you can see all these detail. It's like, that then you can see the employee rating, you can see the manager rating, what they have given, and, this task has been completed or where they stand. Then all these detail is like, you can go ahead and see your final score and your calculated score and everything, you can see here. Now here you can also see your route map, how this, template is going to flow. First the employee is going to fill this information, then manager will fill this information, and then one-to-one meeting, and then final it has been completed. Now let me also show you about your those my company and my people who are reporting to me. So this is me, and this is my team member who are there. Now let's suppose if I log in as in somebody else, as in to see those their reporting people. So if I click here into this, so this is where all these people and their reporting structure comes to be here. And this is a dotted line structure, which means this person is reporting to two different person. And if I want to see more detail on this employee, so if I click here, and I can see all this detail is like they have a how many reportee, they have what is the total team size they have, what is the mail ID, the location. And if I want to see further detail, I can see all these detail for each of my team member. What is their personal information, all this, their bonus, and all those the badges they have earned. So all this detail is like, I can come here and see all these detail for my employee. And the last thing which I want to show you here, that is your analytics part of it. So let me quickly show you your analytics also here. Now this is your analytics. And in your this analytics, this is where you can see all your further reporting structure and everything. And so with this one, I can see all my reporting and everything. The way I have to show, and I can see show and do all this for my your team members. So you can see the page is still loading for me. And once this page is loaded, I can show all those reporting, be it the dashboard and everything, how I can prepare all my dashboard and everything, and I can see all these further detail. But this is taking quite some time.
So
And
Ashish, a company has to buy license for each separate features of HR, like recruitment, performance appraisal separately, or it comes like in a package?
well, depends upon what kind of a deal they strike with the success factor. If
Oh,
they strike a deal with them in terms of a package, then they will get it in terms of a package. But if they strike a deal in terms of individual licenses, let's suppose if your organization is using only goal management and performance management, so you'll take the license only for the goal management and performance management. But if they have other modules also, if they want to use that, so they can take the licenses even for that also. Or maybe there's some deal which you can strike with the SuccessFactors team.
mm, okay.
So here you can see all this dashboard. This is a whole dashboard which I prepared for the compensation. And if I see the further those detail and which is there, so you can see all these detail which is appearing and coming here. Those report and everything. How it is supposed to be here. So you can see all these detail and chart which is coming here. And those further those custom dashboard, let's suppose if I click here into my custom dashboard also, so these are detail, it's like which is coming and showing. So like this you can prepare all your reports and everything and present your data to your management and your bosses. And another thing here, it's like you also have your reporting where you have your all your standard reports and everything. And further you have your ad hoc report also. These are the custom based report. And if you want to create your own custom based report, you can see I can come here, and if I since I have created this custom board report, and if I click it here and generate this report, I can see all my detail for custom report data which is going to come and show that here, and once this data reflects here, I can go ahead and put that information to my management in the company. Well, this is taking some time, in order to publish all these data and everything. So, but anyhow, this is how you can prepare all your reports and everything. So you can see it's like now this the whole my those reports and everything is just started processing, and once it processes it's going to give me all those data and everything. It is going to be there for this for this custom based report is going to be there. So once this report has been generated, you can often go ahead and download those reports in terms of the Excel or PDF or any other format that you wanted. So here you can see it's like all my location. I'm present into Singapore, and all these location, my companies present, into these all locations. So like this, you can go ahead and prepare all your reports and everything, and you can start using your success factor like this. So you can see here all these detail and everything, how it has to be done. And so let me know, that's complete, end of my demo session. Let me know if you guys, people have any question that you want to ask to me.
So in the future training, are we going to get a hands-on experience on the success factor itself?
Absolutely. You'll be
Yeah.
getting a 2-month complete server access. Along with that, all the module which I'm going to cover, let me say that again. All the module which I'm going to cover on, that is introduction to mastery,
Mm-hmm.
goal management, performance management, compensation management, succession and development, analytics, and employee central. So these modules which I'm going to cover with my session.
Hmm. So basically, the HR generalist will be covering success.
Once you will going for the training session, and once you are trained into success factor, then it is expected from you that you create and you do all these thing, you prepare that into the system.
Are we also going to work on a project that we can write on our resume?
Well, what I can do, I can create a project for you in the system, and
Mm-hmm.
which you can prepare, and you can see how good you are in terms of doing your all this completing your project.
I see. Okay. Hmm.
And Ashish, what is the duration of the course?
Well, the normal duration, it goes somewhere around 30 to 35 hours.
Okay.
That means how many weeks is that?
Roughly you can say it goes around 5 to 6 week it goes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you mean in this 30 to 35 hours, you'll be covering all the modules in depth, right? Whichever you told me.
Right, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, that's it from my side.
All right. Any Shasti has any question for me?
I guess he has some problem with that. The
Oh,
co-meeting I
okay.
see is is offline right now.
Oh, I see.
Ashish, I was expecting a hardcore programming and coding and everything, but this actually looks feasible to me.
Right, absolutely. See, it all depends upon who's your trainer. So what I do, I make things simple for my student, and that's how I go ahead and teach them. So yes, there are certain things where which is technical, but don't worry, I'll make those things also very simple for everybody.
Yeah, because I'm from a non-technical side. I'm sure there are other people in the classroom who are more experienced than me in the technical part. But yeah, yeah, okay.
I guess everyone is from non-technical side, and I am also from non-tech side.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
no, right. Do not worry. It just simply does not matter, irrespective. See, if you come from a technical background, then it is fine. If you do not come from it, then it is even better because, success factor, it has to do with all your, your human resource, those data and detail, right? So as far as you have the knowledge and experience
Mhm.
into your human resource, I think rest everything is fine with it.
Hmm. Okay.
Any further question before I end the demo?
So
What
Abhishek,
is your,
you are the one. Sorry. Go ahead, Shilpa.
uh, so usually the sessions will be the same time in the night. I mean, night time for us and morning for you. It's the same time?
Since this is a demo session which I've taken it up here, but yes, once what you'll have to do, each one of you will have to go through with the registration process,
Mm-hmm.
which, IQ Online will inform you how to register and everything. Once that is done, then, whenever we start with the session, we can often, decide the timing that, which suits to everybody.
Okay.
So then we can decide, so like, what timing and, that we want to go ahead with the session.
Okay, because I was just concerned because if you just tell us the your feasible timing, so that would help us on taking a decision on this because I am into EST, so it's
Well,
almost yeah.
Mm.
Bhaskar, don't worry. My most of my people are from US, Canada, and Australia.
Okay.
That's how I have trained on. So and even I am also working full time. So I obviously I also have to go to my office. So either I can take this session either once I come back after my office, or maybe early morning, or maybe it's like, or maybe it's like on the weekend session which we can take it. So, but
Oh,
yes, once we do that, we can often decide, that which timing, we want to go ahead and start with your session.
yeah, sure. Sounds good, Ashish.
Yeah. Any more question?
Uh, so you are the one who are going to take the training, Abhishek?
Ashish.
Ashish, sorry.
Right. Yes, I'm the one who's going to take your training.
Okay. So you said that there total you are going to cover 6 modules.
Yes.
So Employee Central, I guess Employee Central covers takes most of the time, right?
Employee Central is a lengthy module. Yes, it covers some time to finish this Employee Central.
Okay. So all these goals, performance, everything will fall under Employee Central.
No, no. Goal Employee Central is a different module. Then you have a goal management is a different module. Performance management is a different module. So all these things are different module.
Where is onboarding here? Onboarding is there.
Onboarding, it's not here. That's preferably that's not here. But yes, I only cover introduction to mastery, goal management, performance management. Then
Okay.
your compensation, succession and development, analytics, and employee central.
I mean, what that you are saying right now, you call all these are the separate modules?
Yeah, yeah. These are all are the separate module. There is no
Okay.
link between although since this is an HR system, obviously you will see all these data coming from one into another module because of the integration. But otherwise,
Hmm.
these are all separate module.
Okay. That's fine.
Are we going
Right.
to have this PowerPoint presentation demo session? Can we
Demo I've
have
already taken, right?
can we have the access to this one?
Oh, you mean to say that PDF?
Yeah, I mean the PowerPoint presentation that you just uh, showed it to us.
What I'll do, I'll share it with IQ Online, and they'll share this PDF document with you.
Okay, 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 sounds good.
Sure,
Right.
Ashish. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay, thank you, Ashish. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Bye.
Bye.
Abhishek, where do you are working currently?